What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Tim. I'm just out here chilling in nature on a beautiful day. Um, Look, I'm gonna make this quick and get to the point. I just wanted to make a video about a personal experience for anyone out there who's maybe struggling with the same issue I was struggling with. I wanted to talk to you guys about sexting and sex addiction. And I happen to know from personal experience it's very real. It's not something to joke about. I wouldn't joke about this or make a video about this to exploit an issue that's real that a lot of people struggle with. So I'm gonna just get straight to the point. About 2 years ago, all right, 2 years ago, I was working for a five-star restaurant as a temporary worker. Any of you guys out there who don't know what a temp worker is, I was on contract with a restaurant to work certain jobs for them. And anyway, I had just got done hosting a beautiful, elaborate wedding out in Hoover, Alabama. This couple had to spend. They spent in the tens of thousands on this wedding. It was beautiful. It was elaborate. It was very elegant. So I just got off of work from hosting this beautiful wedding out in this rustic country farm type of venue, and it was a great shift. It was a great day. So I was leaving work, and I stopped at the gas station. And for those of you who don't know, Hoover, Alabama is a very affluent, however you want to say it, area in the state of Alabama. It's a lot of people with money over there. It's a very nice area. And so I stopped at a gas station, and the person who was working at the gas station was a real nice person. They seemed to be very genuine. They saw how I was dressed. This is a wedding again, so I was wearing a suit and a bow tie, so I was just pretty nice. So anyway, the person who was working at the gas station, they asked me where I was coming from and what I do, and of course I told them that I was a server and I was hosting a private banquet or a wedding. And the person mentioned to me that they were an event planner and that they might have some work for me in the future. And they gave me this story. Well, I don't know if it was a story. It might have been true. I'm sure it was true. They showed me their business page on Facebook, which was real. And, it had all these pictures of these events that he had choreographed and hosted. And so he said that he was an event planner and that he was going to pay me pretty much double what I had made that night. Hosting this wedding, and I made pretty good money. I got paid by the job. I got paid by check, and so I got paid immediately after every job. And he told me he would pay me cash, basically for every job. So anyway, met this guy. We exchanged information. I gave him my number or whatever. About 2 days go by, and I get a text from an unknown number. It wasn't his number. Number was unknown, and it was a text from somebody who was claiming to be his niece. And it was very friendly. The person in the text said that their uncle had told them that I was a very nice looking guy who seemed to be on the right walk in life, and that they were told by their uncle that they should try to talk to me. So, I don't even know why I was texting this unknown number, but, the conversation was very friendly at first. We were texting back and forth for, I don't know, about a day or two, just texting back and forth, being very friendly, very nice. Everything was cordial and respectful. Nothing was, out of line. But about the third night, I got a text from this number, and it was nudes. This person who had claimed to be this guy's niece sent me nudes. Now, mind you, I'm the type of person. My personality, I'm a rebel. I don't go with the crowd. Um, I buck against the mainstream. I'm an outcast. I don't want to fit in. I never tried to fit in. So prior to this incident or this situation, I had never sent a nude photo in my life ever, because I always thought that was lame. I always thought people that did that were lame. You know what I'm saying? So I had never sent a nude photo, because I didn't see what the point was. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, this person sent me some nude photos, all right? And I'm a heterosexual. I don't care about people's sexual preferences. I don't care if you're a hetero, homosexual. I don't care, live your life. But me being a man, seeing these photos, it aroused me. And so, for the very first time, I sent someone sexually explicit photos via text. This person who claimed to be this nice gentleman's niece or whatever. So, the moment got the best of me. I don't know. I don't want to make any excuses, but I guess me being a male, with a sexual drive inside of me, I I gave in to the temptation, and so I exchanged nude photos with this person, and I tried to meet with him. I tried to meet with the chick. So I was like, what's up? Can we hang out? Whatever. Texting her. I think it was either that night or the next day. I was like, yo, what's up? You want to chill? You want to hang out? You want to meet up? And let me make this quick. Basically, I was trying to meet with the chick, obviously, but there was always some excuse. There was always some excuse. We never could meet up. I was catfished, basically. Me, yes, I was catfished. It's to this day I can't believe it. You think you're smart until someone with a scheme comes along. It's smarter than you, and they trick you. So, they had me. I bought the lie, hook, line, and sinker. And so, I kept trying to meet with this person. What's up? Can we chill? You want to hang out? Whatever. There's always an excuse. There's always an excuse. I would get a nude photo instead. And I couldn't call the person because the person told me that they were deaf. Yeah, I know it's stupid, but she told me she was deaf, or whoever it was. They told me that they were deaf, so I never could call this person. So anyway, after days of, sending sexually explicit texts to this person, I finally figured out that I had been rused, I had been hosed by an elaborate scheme, and I had sent naked photos of myself, basically, to an unknown stranger. That wasn't the problem. The problem was, by me doing this, I had become addicted by the arousal and the high that I would get off of sending these messages. So I had become addicted to simulated sex. I had a sex addiction that arose from this situation, because we'd be texting each other back and forth. It'd be late at night, it'd be certain times of the AM, or really late at night, And by us doing this for so many days, this didn't last for any longer than probably a week, a week, maybe a week and a half, as far as us sending photos back and forth to each other before I figured out, it was a scheme. During that time period, I had developed an addiction to simulated sex, and so that's when things took a turn for the worse. You know, um, I started sending sexually explicit photos to ex-coworkers, people that I knew. Um, Basically, I just started sending sexually explicit photos to, you know, different people trying to have sex, or, you know, I thought I was trying to have sex, but really I was addicted just to the arousal. You know, it was simulated sex. I would be obviously doing what I was doing to the pictures that I was getting anytime I get any back, which was rare, but that's my story. Look, I just went down this hole that was dark and deep. I never thought I would be in a situation like this, and man, it took months. This went on for months. My sex addiction, my addiction to simulated sex went on for months, and man, it took me to a very, very, very dark place. It took me to a very bad place, a place I never thought I'd be. I was a junkie for simulated sex, and it had a hold on me. What it would be like, it'd be like certain times of the night or the early AM. I would just get this feeling. This feeling would overcome me that would be irresistible. I would get this irresistible urge, like, man, it's just like my sex drive was on full, like, and I would get this irresistible urge to send naked photos, and just the act of me sending photos and the high I would get off of the potential responses would be enough to arouse me very much. And so like I said, I don't take this lightly. I don't deal with that anymore. I'm not dealing with that at all anymore. But I wanted to share my story because, man, it took me months. It took me months and months for me to get over that, and for me to fight those demons, those demons of just sexual depravity and deviancy. I was a deviant. I had turned into a sexual deviant. And man, let me tell you, that's not a place where you want to be. You don't want to have a craving for sex like it's drugs. You don't want to be in that area. It'll cause you to embarrass yourself. It'll cause you to do things that you will regret for a very, very long time, possibly for the rest of your life. But I just wanted to make this video just to expose myself again, not to make a joke of it, but pun intended. I made this video to expose myself. To everybody out there that's watching, to anyone who may be dealing with this, going through it, you're not alone. You're not alone. And even smart people can be rused. Even smart people can fall for the okie doke. And let me tell you, you can redeem yourself. You can redeem yourself. So I'm doing this as a sort of a penance. I have reached out to certain people, the people who haven't blocked me already from everything that I sent these photos to. I reached out to them pretty much immediately after I realized how distasteful what I was doing was. I would apologize immediately. The thing is, when I was in the act of doing what I was doing, I knew it was wrong. I always knew it was wrong, but I couldn't stop myself. I would feel bad for them and myself, more so for them. And then after I did what I did and got the feeling that I was craving, I would always feel just really, really bad and low and just disgusting. And then the next night or the night after that, I do it again. Um, but look, I just did this for, um, to give some people some closure. Anybody watching this, if you were a victim of my sick and depraved acts, I just want to say I am truly sorry. Um, Words can't even express. I really haven't even expressed the grief and the depression that overcame me, um, after, couple months into this. I had turned into a monster. I was a completely different person. I couldn't recognize myself, couldn't believe what I was doing, couldn't stop myself. But I just want to tell you all, there is hope. You can quit anything that you're addicted to. And here's my message to you, um, to fight those demons with all your strength. And if you believe in prayer, if you're somebody who believes in prayer, even if you don't, you know, you can pray. There is a God, and He loves you deeply and dearly, and He wants you to live the best life that you can possibly live. And I just want y'all to know that. So there is hope. Have faith in yourself that you can conquer anything, you can achieve anything. You are great. You are beautiful. And if you're somebody who has done this, if you've stopped, then forgive yourself and forgive those that you've wronged, but more importantly, forgive yourself and realize that you're not the same person, and there's hope for the future. You're an individual that has talents unique to yourself, and you have a purpose, and you have yet to fulfill your potential on this earth. Um, so I tried to keep it as short as I could. I know this is a long video, and it's still this is short to me. Um, I really could have elaborated a little bit more, but yes, yes, I fell for it. I fell for it, but it's okay. It's okay. You have a long life ahead of you. You're gonna make mistakes. Some of those mistakes are gonna be worse than others. But if you seek, if you seek to be redeemed by the all-powerful God, then He will redeem you and empower you and uplift you. So for everyone out there, I hope you take this message seriously and realize that sex addiction is absolutely real. Absolutely. You can be addicted to sex like a drug, or worse. And it's bad, man. It gets bad. So look, I love you all. Thank you all for watching this, and hearing my story, giving y'all a piece of my life. Everybody out there, peace be with you. Have a wonderful day.